Beatrice by H. Rider Haggard. Narrated by Riley Kelly.
Beatrice by Henry Rider Haggard. Chapter 1. To Beatrice. O kind is death that life's long trouble closes, yet at death's coming life shrinks back affright. It sees the dark hand, not that it encloses a cup of light. So oft the spirit, seeing love draw nigh, as 'neath the shadow of destruction quakes. For self, dark tyrant of the soul, must die when love awakes. Aye, let him die in darkness, but for thee, breathe thou the breath of morning, and be free. Chapter 1. A Mist Wraith. The autumn afternoon was fading into evening. It had been cloudy weather, but the clouds had softened and broken up. Now they were lost in slowly darkening blue. The sea was perfectly and utterly still. It seemed to sleep, but in its sleep it still waxed with the rising tide. The eye could not mark its slow increase, but Beatrice, standing upon the farthest point of the Dog Rocks, idly noted that the long brown weeds which clung about their sides began to lift as the water took their weight, till at last the delicate pattern floated out and lay like a woman's hair upon the green depth of sea. Meanwhile a mist was growing dense and soft upon the quiet waters. It was not blown up from the west, it simply grew like the twilight, making the silence yet more silent, and blotting away the outlines of the land. Beatrice gave up studying the seaweed, and watched the gathering of these fleecy hosts. "What a curious evening," she said aloud to herself, speaking in a low, full voice. "I have not seen one like it since mother died, and that is 7 years ago. I've grown since then, grown every way," and she laughed somewhat sadly and looked at her own reflection in the quiet water. She could not have looked at anything more charming, for it would have been hard to find a girl of nobler mien than Beatrice Granger. As on this, her 22nd birthday, she stood and gazed into that misty sea. Of rather more than middle height and modelled like a statue, strength and health seemed to radiate from her form. But it was her face with the stamp of intellect and power shadowing its woman's loveliness that must have made her remarkable among women even more beautiful than herself. There are many girls who have rich brown hair, like some autumn leaf here and there, just yellowing into gold. Girls whose deep grey eyes can grow tender as a dove's, or flash like the stirred waters of a northern sea, and whose bloom can bear comparison with the wilding rose. But few can show a face like that which upon this day first dawned on Geoffrey Bingham, to his sorrow and his hope. It was strong and pure and sweet.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?